Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Last time I left off, we were chilling, and I took out a bunch of unique monsters and stuff, so we've leveled up quite a bit here. I threw some people on some random classes, but nothing really crazy here, because I knew I was going to be getting a bunch of XP and all that jazz. So yeah, this took me, I was doing this a bit over like the past 2 days. So let's go ahead and see what all I got done here. I did of course also go around and get more dialogue and everything, which we will go through as well. But first off, so I got Blasting Stomp by taking out Jingoistic Gigantus. This is that huge gogol that we saw in Asia beginning of the game. None of these were really too crazy. There's one that was kind of hard, but once again, nothing too crazy. It's not any of the crazy uniques or anything. So we took you out and got Blasting Stomp. Predation we got from a big Brog that was hanging out over here, Ruthless Grokken. Large Scale Shock and Fiery Morale we got from the Agnian Assassins. They were kind of annoying. I failed like the first time I did this one. But really just because I realized I was attacking the defender instead of the much lower health character. And I would keep dying and losing Lucky 7 and stuff, but they weren't so bad. Strength supports from Kill Happy Brijador over here. And Hydra Gas from Demonic Crinoler. And that's it. So I was going to kill a few more, but I never got to them. So it basically got me where I wanted to be. For the next quest I want to do, we need Noah to be rank 10 in this class, so I can either go fight another unique monster, or I can just rank you up, and I might just rank you up. I have the silver Nopon coins for it, so yeah, let's just use 5 Nopon coins to get you to rank 10. There you go. Class you're playing for is reach its max rank. Changing your class would be recommended. Yeah, we'll do that in a moment. But let's put Melia back into the party now. Oh wait, no, I need to keep Gondor in. That is right. Well, whatever. We'll finish up this quest, and of course we're gonna read the dialogue and stuff at the end. So let's check out all the new abilities we got though. So Hydra Gas. Auto attack recharge, resistance down, frontward AoE, and 5% chance to instantly defeat an enemy at 30% low HP or lower, excluding bosses / uniques. Predation. That's a pretty good one. Strength support, boost power buff effects issued by self by 25%. Heals 75% of all allies' HP when defeating an enemy. That's pretty good. Extends area of effect attack arts, which only have 1 by 50%. Which have 1 by 50%. This one's... it'd be good in like fights with a bunch of enemies, I guess, but it's not that crazy. Some of the upgrade requirements for these are so nuts. And when activating quick move, deals 100% of attack as damage to any enemies within 5 meters. What? That's a weird one. You can spam quick move so much. Interesting. Okay, that's an odd one. Alrighty, but yeah, we gotta go over here and finish up this stuff now, so because we had one more quest to finish up, and then I'll be able to start Melia's Ascension quest, which is one of the few we have left. But god, there's so much to do in this game. Like, if I wanted to upgrade all of the soul hacker skills, my god, I would be here so long. This game is nuts. Also, like, max out all the classes and everything, which I have no interest in doing. I've almost maxed out all the attacker classes on, like, Noah, for example. So I have most of the stuff I want. Really one of the only skills that I can think of that I would want on Noah that I don't know if he has is the one Thaumaturge skill, where your attacks go through defense. That one could be pretty nice, but I'm mostly using Lucky 7 anyway, so it's not like it matters. But, you know, there's just so much to this game. I've said it before, this game is absurdly long and has so much to do that you would be able to keep yourself entertained for quite a while. quite a long time, and by this point, the finale has aired. The finale aired, like, today or yesterday, I believe. My cat's going crazy in there. So, you know, I've seen people's reactions to that and everything. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy little ending. There were a lot of questions that definitely weren't answered. Some of the things were left up in the air, which is, kind of whatever. I think if I had to rank the Xenoblade Chronicles games, I would probably put this one as my second favorite, with 1 still being my favorite. Probably... Are you good, friend? My cat's just sitting here screaming. I would probably put Xenoblade Chronicles 1 as my favorite, mostly just because of nostalgia. And I just have so many good memories with Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Load down already. You can board early if you'd like. Climb on, board the aircrafts. Cool, come aboard. Alrighty. So you're taking me to a place. Take me to the place. But yeah, I would probably put Xenoblade Chronicles 1 as my favorite, this is my second favorite, and 2 as my third favorite. I didn't really play 2. I don't think I would play 2. 2 has some weird things that I'm just not as crazy about some of the other ones. So, yeah, you straight up made me go this way. Follow Seeker. Okay. Oh, Seeker, you're just ahead! Oh my god! That was so creepy. Seeker was just a floating face. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, I had a really, really fun time with this one. I still think Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is probably my favorite game. But they're all very good in their own ways, in my opinion. 2's the one that people are kind of, you know, one or the other about. They either love it or hate it. And then Xenoblade X is the black sheep of the series for sure. Here we are. The more you look, the more amazing this place gets. Yes, in such surroundings I can scarcely contain my wonder. If you say so. I'm surprised how calm you are, though. Aren't you at least happy about finding a little bit of resolution here? Do I look calm? I've gotten quite worked up about the whole thing. I'm still shaking with excitement now. Maybe on the inside. Anyway, after we were liberated, you had plenty of misgivings to begin with, right? Like a Triton over there. Thought doing what I was told and doing the right thing were the same. Staying on that path until it was time for homecoming was the only and right way to live. I mean, we all thought that way, right? After we were liberated, we were free. We understood then that there were other things we could do with our lives. Something made us want to know the things that we didn't, and do the things that we couldn't do. Everyone's been saying lately that I seem like a different person. But I also think this feeling is something that's been dormant in me the whole time, so I feel like I've arrived at the real me. Sure have, weirdo. That's one way to sum it up. Hey now, I'm being 100% factual. Can't deny he's weird. I didn't say if it's a good weird or bad. Yes, that's all well and good, but there's more to see still. Come, let's hurry on. Continue our tour of the city. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay? I'm fine, it was my fault anyway. Sorry. Please, it's fine. Are you all from the outside? The outside? Yes, I suppose we are. We came from Agnus Castle. Oh, really? Stop right there, don't touch her. Huh? What? We're just minding our business here, what's your beef? Shut it. Outsiders are filthy barbarians, every last one of them. That's what my dad told me. Might be small, but he's got a big attitude, huh? Gah, don't say that. Don't treat me like an idiot just because I'm a kid. Kid. Not sure I even know what that means. We're from Agnus, yeah? Yeah, you're like, what's a kid? Come on, stop messing with them. These little ones make me think of Nopon somehow. They're small, but some of them have big mouths too. Yeah, well, whatever. Had my fill of it for now, I think. You look like you're in a hurry. Were you in the middle of something there? What? I wouldn't tell you if I was. We were looking for something that got lost. Carly, don't tell them. Something lost, you say? What kind of thing? We're looking for my ring, about so big. Where did you drop it? We don't know, that's why we're looking for it, duh. Okay, Moish, you're gonna need to calm down. That's right. Well, why don't I help you then? I mean, I don't know the surroundings all that well, but I could still... Huh. Well, if it's just a little treasure hunt, then I suppose I can join in too. I will offer support too, paltry though it may be. Let's all look together then. Thank you guys so much. Sheesh, what a bunch of do-good and easy marks. Will they ever learn? Yeah, Gondor's like, nah.
I see some relations have changed.
Collect the ring. Wow, it's just right down here.
This is what we were after?
This is what we were after? That was easy. Did you find my ring?
Now, what was it we needed?
There you go, Coralie's lost thing. There's my cat again. Ah, that's it! Looks like we found what we were looking for. Thank you so much for helping me find it. Oh, we didn't do anything, really. It was no one of the others that found it. Oh yeah, hey, that's right. You weren't any help at all, were you? You don't miss an opportunity to butt heads with the big boys, do you? So you're all from the outside? Huh? Well, yes, I probably already mentioned it, but I'm from Agnus Castle. About 10 years or so, I'm gonna go outside into a bunch of outside places too. 10 years. 10 years is a long time. Will I be able to see you when I come to this castle place? I guess it's still a long way off, but I'm going to go to the castle, so I can see you then, can't I? Please? Why, yes, of course, I'll be waiting for you there. Yay, so I'll see you again, bye-bye! Won't you be gone in 10 years? I'm not talking about Coralie, I'm talking about Seeker. Yeah. Hey Seeker, you're not in a rush or anything, right? Huh? Ah, yes, sure. Still a few places to check out and around the city. You should have a walk around instead of just standing about. What do you... Oh, Gondor, didn't realize you actually cared. I actually don't. I just don't want us blocking the road and stopping traffic with those glum looks on your faces. Why don't we just keep strolling wherever your fancy takes you? Yes, that makes sense. Let's look around a bit more then. Alright, Seeker. Let's continue our tour.
Some relations have changed.
And yeah, we can check your age here too. Consider it outsider, I'll come see you. Show basic profile. Oh no, Seeker will still be, will not still be alive, never mind. I was thinking you were only 9, and I'm like, wait, no, that means 19, because they come out at 10. So, no, Seeker's gonna be gone in 10 years. Alrighty, well it looks like we're walking to another location. I just keep thinking about things with like the ending and stuff, and I guess I don't have a ton to say that I haven't already said, and you know, I don't want to just reiterate a lot of stuff that's that I already said last time. But yeah, it was an interesting story and everything. There's definitely a lot of things that I still have questions about, like why Riku and Melia had the relationship that they had and stuff like that, but I'm guessing that's supposed to just be left up in the air. Would have been cool to know more about like Lucky 7. I know one of the commenters mentioned that it would have been cool if they leaned like a little bit more into the lore and history of the various areas from the first and second game. Like that would have been neat, like, you know, the fact that we go to Uriah and the fact that we go to like the Mechonis Blade, and if we could have learned more about the histories of those as people know them in this world. That would have been pretty cool. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. I've seen general consensus for the game. People really like it. Obviously, the soundtrack is still amazing and everything. But it's definitely one of those games that I've seen some people be like, oh my god, this is the best Xenoblade. And some people be like, oh my god, I hated the Xenoblade. This is everything that's wrong with it. I'm very much in the middle, as I put it in my like little tier list there. I definitely think it has its issues. But I still enjoyed it, and I would say a lot of that is probably just, the party here. I really do just like every single member of the squad, so that helped. And I think the hero system was a cool way to kind of combine blades and like getting all these different characters on your squad and everything into a thing that was a bit more manageable and not a gachapon machine. What is this place? That's a bookshop, obviously. Bookshop? Place to sell books, mate. Keep up. Wanna try reading one? They won't mind, as long as you don't take it without paying. Look, I'm not gonna hold your hand here. That one's got some writing, go look. Really? Okay, what do we have here? Seeker, do you want to go see how babies are made? Alexandria was really interested in seeing the process. Do you want to see it? Anything interesting? Oh, this is quite intellectually stimulating. You read like 2 pages. Huh? The more I read, the more I understand about things that were strange and frankly unbelievable to me before. Yes, they've got amazing things here in the city, ones I could never have imagined. You okay there, buddy? You've gone all weird. I'm not so sure. Maybe this is actually baseline Seeker. Hard to tell. I'm sorry, I don't know what's coming over me. But we must take each other by the hand and go into the future together. The stimulus of a new, hitherto unknown culture set something off in him. Agnus, Keves, distinctions that seems immutable, but we overcame them. It's the idea. We can bend our powers and find a new path to walk. Gondor, you too? Huh. Well, if Dags are serious about this stuff, sure, you got my blessing. But now you know about the city, we can't afford to let you bail, alright? Hope we come to we've got an understanding. Yes, of course. We'll plot a straight path into the future without fleeing or hiding from anything at all. Alrighty. Oh, that was it. Oh. Unfamiliar city culture enthralls Seeker and his friends. He vows to fight not just for his colony, but for all of Ionius.
I see some relations have changed.
Okay. Cool. Well, you came and saw the city, walking side by side. Neato. Ashamed about trusting. Luciana. Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. There's another one done, and... yeah, I think we were already max, relationship in the city. Looks like Keves Castle's relationship updated. One of these is still, like, aggressive or whatever, right? Colony 4. Yeah, the, like, red line. There's a few other things that comments mentioned that were, kind of interesting. I know one comment mentioned, that... like which, I mean, these are all just, you know, random comments and stuff. I can't, claim to know the validity of some of them and just general comments that I've seen online. I've seen people, say that, the people in the city kind of just disappear when the two worlds go their separate ways, which is a sad thought. Because they don't really have a real world to go back to. Their world is Ionius, which is just a clone of the other two worlds. Which is certainly an idea. I also heard idea that the reason Poppy wasn't around for most of the game was Poppy was, like, basically operating as, like, a power source for, like, the life support system for Nia and things. Like, there's been a lot of thoughts and stuff. Now the new alliance includes not only Agnus and Keves, but the city as well. Such an amazing feat. Yes, the generation of Ouroboros rank proudly with the greatness of the founders, I believe. Witnessing the making of history like this. As long as one lives, one's never ceased to encounter new wonders. I gotta take a sip of water. My cats are still chasing each other around like a bunch of doofuses. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, had to drink a little bit there. My throat was getting very, very dry. Okay, now, as far as I understand, if we just put Melia into the party, I can...
made up. You have my full support.
Cool. Heard your little quote. Now, I should be able to go to the castle and get a quest from you. Where would it be? There it is. Cool. Like, I know it's gotta be in here somewhere. And there it is. And we'll go see Nia, after this. And as far as I understand, Nia's quests are it? We have like 5 quests left. And 3 of them are part of the quest we're about to start, so... you know, it's the whole thing. Alrighty.
You're having a laugh. You think this is going to make it all better, do you?
Well, I will bear full responsibility. Otherwise... well, there is no otherwise.
What are you two bickering about?
Your Majesty...
Alright, my cats were really messing with something. They're like running around playing and one of them got something they weren't supposed to. They're being bad today.
What a welcome sight to see you return.
Has a problem arisen in my absence?
No, just a trifling matter, really.
Actually, we do have a bit of a problem on our hands, Your Majesty.
Hey, mind your...
We have to report the facts as they are. How much longer are you going to leave this hanging, eh?
What's the problem?
A couple of days ago, we had a small run-in with our Agnian opposites. Isel took care of them, but things got out of hand a little bit.
Out of hand, nothing. They insulted Her Majesty's honor. I'm spitting feathers.
Your voice is interesting.
But with no reason to fight. You were the one who earned their ire.
Did they come to any harm? You hurt them?
I only intended to scare them, but then they resisted.
Wow. Why you gotta be a jerk?
So you sought to defeat them?
No, nothing of the sort. They had no flame clocks, so I would never...
The presence of a flame clock is not what instigates a battle. The glimmerings of war are always there, within us. I imagine discovering that fact must have come as quite a shock to you.
Circumstances aside, if you've incited their wrath, then I assume we haven't heard the end of this.
As you say, they have since begun to rally together in opposition.
I am ashamed. Truly ashamed.
Jeez, you really screwed it up for everyone, didn't you?
Now that this has come to a head, I cannot but take full responsibility. I will thwart their objective, even if it should cost me my life.
You shall not. Do not speak of throwing your life away so lightly. I've already lost so many of my friends. I could not bear to lose another.
Your Majesty.
I told you, did I not? You are my hope. I will speak to the Agnian chief retainer personally about the matter. In the meantime, cool your head. Any more unfinished business that I should know about?
Couple of house calls to make, Your Majesty. They want you at Colony 9 and the city.
Colony 9. So Xeon then?
Indeed. They've asked for some urgent backup following the recent Origin attack.
And the other request is from Monica. Wants you to give her people a pep talk.
The descendants of Ouroboros. I've caused such grief for them. And for an unfathomably long time.
But now they get to speak to their real queen. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed.
Yes, perhaps. Speaking face to face with another. There's nothing quite like it.
Melia?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm going to be taking up some more of your time.
Now you can cut that out. Agnes or Keves, soldier or queen. What difference does it make?
The future is to be created by each and every person in the world. I think you were the one who taught us that.
True enough. Your unyielding spirit gives me the strength to go on.
Sometimes when Melia smiles, I see sadness in her eyes. As if she's all alone in the world.
I mean... She didn't end up with who she wanted to end up with, so...
Well, better start making the rounds. We've got to stop by Colony 9, the city, and...
Agnes Castle, right?
Safe journey to you all.
Okay, so this is why there's 3 quests. From atop her throne, Colony 9's backup, friction with Agnes, and the city pep talk. Okay, interesting. So we got a few things to work on there. Complete the specified quests. So, cool. Oh my god, they're all level 80. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. We are pretty high level now. Melia receives a quest from Monica, asking her to offer some words of encouragement to the city. Head there together with her. One other thing, I do recall, hearing, oh my god, I had it in my head, and then I've forgotten what I was gonna say now. Jesus. It's always the hard thing. Remembering all the things that you want to say, because there's so many things. Something pops into your head, and then you're watching a cutscene, and then you can't remember what it was. My god. And there's so many things to talk about with this ending in particular. I mean, it spans things from like 3 different games at this point, so...
Your Majesty!
Yeah, I'm here to give the pep talk. Or we are.
Sorry to bother you. I'm sure you're rushed enough as it is. I'm here to discuss the speech you mentioned. Did I come at a bad time?
No, not at all.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. There was a comment that reminded me that I specifically mentioned. I was like, so how do Mithra, Pyra, and Nia have kids? Someone did mention that Mithra and Pyra actually separated at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so they're separate people by that point. I had forgotten about that detail. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
We've been stretching our necks every day, waiting to see if you'd turn up.
I too have been anxious to meet you. I'm sorry to have been a source of anguish for you this long.
It's all been for today. I don't consider any of it a waste. Now, on to the matter at hand. Rallying the troops. With the final battle with Mobius looming before us, we're doing our best to prepare. But we need more than just supplies. A battle to determine the fate of the world is hardly a light topic. Everyone's beside themselves with worry. Some poor souls have completely snapped. We're never gonna last in actual combat at this rate.
I don't blame them.
I gotta say, now that we know the world just effectively gets reset after this, it makes doing some of these quiet side quests feel like fruitless almost, because it's like, well, none of this is actually gonna do anything. A lot of these people are gonna be reset or disappear.
No matter how noble our cause, the fighting will cost us lives. We're caught between the future we desire and the present, which is ours to lose. It's a place beset on all sides by fear.
You got that right. Especially when there's no guarantee you're going to be coming home.
Even a brief address would do, just as long as you speak to them somehow.
I understand. I don't know if I'll be able to get through to them, but I will try.
We'll be your guides while in the city. Make sure you don't lose your bearings.
That would be most appreciated. While we're here, would it bother you if I took a look around the city itself?
Please, be my guest. I think we'd all like that.
Maybe we could take her to Centrillo Parade. There's plenty of people around there.
No objections from me, but there are some rather, shall we say, ardent followers of the Queen up that way. If they get too insistent, you might need to give them a friendly nudge.
Oh yeah? All right, we'll keep a lookout.
It's interesting that they're specifically being like, yes, Melia is here, it is the Queen of Keves. Because wasn't the whole point that you were going undercover so people wouldn't know? So it seems weird to schedule like a big to-do with the Queen of Agnus when I thought your whole deal was, oh, I'm gonna go undercover so I can experience the world and people won't freak out when they see me. But here we are. You know, I'm interested in seeing what Nia's quest will look like. Alrighty. You want to go to the bookstore too? We just took Seeker there.
Now this is a far cry from the colonies and the castles.
I don't know why. I just had the weirdest bit of like... I don't even know if I can call it deja vu, but upon seeing that like the like very metal looking structures here and the writing on there, it just made me think of being in the slums in Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake, whichever one, you know, like Don Corneo's place. Sector 5. Just made me think of that randomly.
Here is a place where people can truly live, make a home.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw this place. All these different people I'd never seen before. Things of all shapes and sizes.
I wish I had been there to see your reaction. A shame.
See my mouth hanging open like a lummox. Not worth it.
You seem to take it all in your stride. None of this surprises you.
It's more that I'm assailed by old memories. Technologies of old are put into practice here. I feel the industry of those times. Huh?
It's interesting you say technologies of old, considering I've mentioned before that the city's technology doesn't really look like the technologies of either of the worlds, Agnian or Keves, so especially since it seems like the city just exists in this world, you know, it's not from Xenoblade 1 world or Xenoblade 2 world. It's interesting because it's like, well, if you're saying this is old technology, where exactly did it come from? Because I never saw tech like this in Xenoblade 1, for example. It's just interesting to think about.
Is that really you? Queen Melia?
Oh god, we already have a fanboy.
Yes. I do go by that name.
I knew it! I knew it from the moment I laid eyes on you. You were something special.
Please sign my Dakimakura.
Finally caught up. Hey, old man, you're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
Well, thanks for your concern, but I'll decide when and how I'm going to pop my clogs. I've lived my whole life for this day. Heck, you all have, haven't you?
Oh god, so many Dakimakuras.
Of course we have.
You've returned to us at last, my queen. You really are as radiant as they say.
Hey, fancy a bite? You should come by my restaurant. Sample a few of the local dishes.
Nobody wants to see your seedy little bistro. She wants something memorable.
Oh, say that again, I dare you. If you hate my establishment so much, I'll be more than happy to bar you from it permanently.
All right, people, don't shove. And stop arguing. You don't want to scare the Queen now.
Oh, my days!
Krydo has groupies?
Come on now, this is getting excessive.
Yeah, I'd say so. We got the Gary Oak crew over here.
Oh, leave him. Everyone's been living for this moment.
It's always been my dream to see the true queen come back to us. A lot of us die before we get the chance.
Yeah, but now it's actually happening. Before our very eyes. How can we possibly keep calm when a miracle is unfolding?
I am so grateful to you all, my people. I would like to express a few words of gratitude, if I may. It is a joy to see real human activity once again, after all these years. I see that you continue to remain strong.
Of course we do. Got to protect what we love, right?
That's right. I'm not resting these old bones so long as there's life in them.
We'll hold out for decades more if we have to.
We have our queen. And even Ouroboros stand by her side.
With their strength behind us, Mobius won't stand a chance.
Looks like that takes care of that.
Indeed.
Wow, decades plural. And here we are, happy enough if we can reach one.
The way I see it, you lot are far more incredible. You've achieved so much in so little time.
Huh? That's only natural, ain't it? Gotta get stuff done in the time you have. No way I could imagine having to fight for 40 or 50 years. Feels so snuffing far away.
Uni.
By the by, I'm not seeing the story spinner anywhere.
Story spinner?
We talking about Leanne?
He's this old guy who knows more about the city's history than anyone. He's like a walking encyclopedia.
Oh, when you said story spinner, I thought you just meant author in general. I'm sure Leanne would like to write a book about you, Melia.
Real curious bloke. Normally he'd jump at an opportunity like this.
Well, he's no spring turkin, though. If he hears he's missed his chance to meet Her Majesty, he might drop dead from the shock.
Heavens. Where might we find this person? I think we should pay him a visit.
What, really?
I'll bet it'd make his day. But are you sure?
I would like to try to meet him, if at all possible.
As you wish. It's your call.
You'll probably find him at Mitia Lookout. I hear it's one of his favorite spots.
A walking encyclopedia, is he? Then we can expect an enlightening conversation.
What conversation are you expecting?
Yeah, something I do wish both you and, I mean, I haven't seen Nia's stuff yet, but something I wish, since you two are the connections to the previous games, it would be neat to kind of see you talk about, like, Shulk, Rhine, Dunban, and crew. Like, if you had some interaction with us, whether you were talking in a quest or something like that, or if heart-to-hearts were in this game and we could have a heart-to-heart with you where you told us about your previous adventures, I think that would be a cool nod, just like getting to hear about what you did and everything. I think that'd be super neat. I don't know. Maybe at some point in this quest we'll get to hear about your previous adventures from your mouth, but it's interesting to me that you specifically, all this time we've seen you, you haven't mentioned much about the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 crew. Not even Shulk, really. I mean, Neo specifically mentions, like, Tora and stuff, but, you know, we haven't heard, like, Rex or Shulk name dropped.
Oh, what's all the fuss? Whose funeral is it this time?
Nobody's, I should hope. We were just wondering if...
Oh, old Melly. Well, this can't be real, so somebody pinch me. What if it's actually my funeral? Then that would mean... Where the places have I ended up?
Yeah, this is Mittia Lookout in the city.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm told you have quite the wisdom. I was hoping to ask you a few things, if it doesn't bother you.
Oh, I get ya. The Queen herself is asking me personally to tell her a story. Now I know I'm dreaming.
You and Triton should be friends.
Hey, Ouroboros kids, give me a good wallop here, right on the kisser.
Sure thing.
Lance, please do not just punch the old man in the face because he asked. Wait, did you all actually let him? Why?
Quite mad.
Why? Why did you all just let him? Oh my god. Do you know how hard Lance probably punches? We're super high level. We fought like giant goggles and stuff. Oh, I just broke this poor old guy's jaw.
Lance? I didn't throw my weight into it.
None of you stopped him.
Let's all calm down for a second and just talk sensibly, please.
Oh, I see. A rousing speech for the city, eh? What a stroke of luck. Even after that battering, I know I'll be content in the afterlife.
Oh, don't start. You were the one who asked us to.
Well, it seems life's worth living a little while longer. Don't want to disappoint old Queenie now, do I? Go on then, ask away.
Has it been tough fighting on for decades? What do you know of Melia? Let's say, what do you know of Melia?
I've been wondering, when you first saw Melia, I kinda got the impression you knew more about her than you let on.
Of course I do. Have you seen the stacks of literature they've got here in the city? Packed to the rafters.
See, that's what I want. I almost want like a Metal Gear Solid like codex where I can just like read up on literature written in world about the previous games, you know? Like, that would be so cool. Like a history of all rest, like an encyclopedia or some shit. They have to have them. Come on. They must.
There's passages on the true Queen, too. And you betcha these eyes have read them all back to front 20 times over.
So you know all about her?
Naturally. Here, I'll give you an example. It is a lesser-known fact that Her Majesty is squeamish around shiny bugs.
Uh-huh.
How can you possibly know that?
I believe in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, you could give characters different items and different characters liked different stuff, and I believe Melia hated bugs. Might be crazy, though. It's been a long time.
There was also a little morsel about how she found rainbow bugs particularly revolting. They're extinct now, but I reckon they're beasties about the size of your fist, whose bodily excretions make them glow and...
All right, enough. You don't need to go into such detail. The mere memory gives me goosebumps.
Oh, don't you worry. I've got plenty more tidbits like that up my sleeve.
We don't want to hear it. Look, I'll tell you what I want to know.
I want to hear it, actually. I want to hear everything.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm all ears.
When you get to the age you are, after living for so many decades, you must have had to say goodbye to so many of your friends and stuff. Must be a lot of crap to deal with. So, How do you cope?
Well, the pits is what it is. There are times when I wonder why I don't just curl up and die. But see, life ain't all sunshine and roses. I think that's part and parcel of it.
So what? You just have to go on living in misery? You've got to be joking.
Uni, are you all right?
I just want to know what it's all about. Growing old. There's folk out there who get to live so much longer than us, and they still choose to fight.
Yeah, it's got to be like otherworldly to you guys since you only lived 10 years. It's interesting. I haven't played very many games. That is one of the more interesting things about this. I haven't played very many games where your characters are so short-lived. If anything, usually your characters are long-lived, or there are characters that are longer-lived. But there's not a lot of games I've played where your characters are short-lived. That is one of the things I gotta give this game. The whole idea of everyone being born at like 10 years old, basically, and then only living for 10 years is a very interesting one. That part of the game was very, very interesting and refreshing. Much different than other things. I like that a lot.
It just feels like I'm always taking a back seat. Like I'm getting left behind. But I want to be there with you guys. Even if it's just in spirit.
Uni, I had no idea that was how you felt.
Yeah, sorry. Hard to put it into words, really.
Even if those you once loved are no longer a part of this world, lonely as it is, and painful though the memories be, it is not wholly a tragic tale.
Yeah, Melia would know about this.
For you can keep close to your heart your memories of those dear to you, and that is something to take pride in. That is what will give you strength. Admittedly, my life took a very different path to the likes of my companions here. But such are my thoughts.
Ah, never a truer word was spoken. That's one for the ages. Where's my notepad?
The fact that you're worrying about us here and now, Uni, I don't think we'll ever forget that. Your feelings will transcend time.
Well, this is definitely an important thing to specify, given that, yeah, you guys are going to be space and time apart.
I'd have to agree. So don't feel like you need to be doing anything special for us, Uni. It's reassuring enough just being the way you are.
Don't suppose you've got any tissues on you?
Oh.
Spark, why'd you have to go and make it all soppy?
Nobody is leaving you behind, Uni. If you ever feel distance between you, you need only speak out.
Wait, was this all just to tell me that?
That's about the size of it. Good luck out there, young'uns.
Don't just pass it off as your own speech.
Say, Melly, would you mind if we shook hands?
He's straight up ignoring me.
You punched him in the face. I mean, he did ask for it, but still.
I don't see why not.
Oh, you angel. Now I can shuffle off this mortal coil without regrets.
Knowledgeable my arse.
Life's a cruel journey from one end to the other. You only get one chance to walk it. But if there's one thing that gives it all meaning, it's love.
That's very sweet.
That ain't something I have to teach you young folks, though. Your friends are lucky fellows.
Monica said something like that too. Still doesn't make much sense to me, though.
Well, love takes many forms. There are as many ways to show it as there are people.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we should probably be getting on. Till we meet again, Story Spinner.
Indeed, indeed. Safe travels to you, Your Majesty.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. We got a little bit of a peek at Melia's history there by having her mention, you know, like, God, you're 70, yeah. By having her mention, like, yeah, you outlive your friends, but their memory stays on with you, because, yeah, Melia's outlived all of her friends from her world. So, yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Pretty crazy. Alrighty, and that was a little bit of a thing for Uni as well. What's the word I'm looking for here? Just kind of seeing into Uni's head about what she thinks about all of this stuff and everything, especially since we know what's going to happen after this, so. Agnian troops Isol provoked have rallied together to become a rebel force, go to Agnus Castle to discuss and resolve the issue. Alright, well, we'll be doing that next time, so I think we're gonna read some of my dialogue that I've gotten pictures of here. We can go ahead and get rid of this. This is, as far as I know, all of the dialogue that was left when I checked. Obviously, I might have to check again after we do some of Melia's quests and stuff. But, this is all the dialogue that I saw. I went everywhere, even the Nopon camps and stuff, so. There wasn't much, but there was some. Harala. Sings, do Uni and friends know Satadon bros? Yeah, we do. They're at Colony Tower right now, you know them too, Harala? Actually, Harala is sister pod of Brother Pons. Harala originally constitute 4th tier, used to stand on tippy top. But independent spirit of Harana turned to itchy feet. Wanted to go on way, plant feet on ground wherever please, so did. Pretty cool, but what's the deal with you stacking yourselves like that? Noah heard of Milik Meadows? It's side of ultra spooky cave. Commander before Xeon sent out survey team there once, but not one single pawn return. Maybe inside of cave is surprisingly pleasant place, they just decide to live there forever? And there were 2 pieces of info that I got, actually, as I was looking around. One in, I think, Colony 30, and this was in, Gamma. Oh. What? Oh, I thought I got... Oh, no, I thought I got what the dialogue said there. Oh, I thought I got the screenshot of that. Did it not? Did it not save? Weird. I'm pretty sure I got the screenshot of this. I remember pressing the button, but it must not have saved it. Weird. I don't remember exactly what that one was, but it's a discussion thing that we can do at, a spot. Ymir, Operation Promise Reboot is steadily progressing. The grand reveal is nigh. Speaking of, Denzel's been a lot more cooperative than I thought he'd be. Thanks to him, it's been going shockingly well. Looks like he finally realized what an absolute genius I am. Ha ha ha. Like Denzel's going through it too. Flaren? Hey, Laszlo told me about Jeremy. Can't forgive him for hurting Jord like that, to be honest. I feel like I need to give him a good punch to settle it. When I think about how isolated and driven to a corner he was, I realize that it would have been much better if we'd have talked with him, and thrashed it out within the tactician squad. Things seem really stirred up all of a sudden. Can this really be the end of the war? I can't let weak doubts like that in now. Gotta keep the pressure up, right to the very end. Yeah, just gotta hold out a little longer. We can do it, we can stamp this war out. Denzel? Spark me, Ymir really looked hard at that Agni and Levnus tech, huh? He got stuck in there and nailed all the physics and whatnot, just with self-study. Did he even get it was a big deal? He's a real force to be reckoned with. I could even see him being next in line if he wasn't so sparking anal about everything. Jord? Since the incident, a lot of people in the colony are starting to condemn Jeremy for what he did. It's understandable, but it ultimately won't solve anything to drive him to the edge like that. It's all one big mess at the moment, isn't it? Especially given Jeremy's motives. Yeah, I mean, I just want to find a peaceful resolution to it all as a member of the tactician squad. Florence pretty tough, alright. She holds firm to her fighting spirit, even in the face of Origin, and it's so vastly bigger than Afranis, too. All I can do is support her so that she doesn't wipe herself out. That's what I've always done, that's what I'll always do. Maxie? Boliaris is actually doing pretty well as acting commander, better than I thought he would, anyway. In fact, I don't see why he doesn't just drop the acting part and just accept the title commander, but he won't have it. Yeah, right. Well, that's Boliaris for you. He's way more single-minded and stubborn than he looks. I don't know if it's humility or a hard head, but if Ethel could see him now, I think she'd get a good laugh out of it. Sharolo. Have friends ever seen Ultimate Hammer? Sharolo has never seen. Only 7 in whole of world. Very precious, precious and special hammer. Love to meet Nopon in possession of said hammer. Iran? Wanted to charge right in with a Levnus in the battle against Mobius, but the commander has other ideas. He reckons that if Doric is there, there's no need for us to be fighting and getting injured. So that's his plan, go in the battle on his own. Doesn't sit well with me. Maybe we can talk it over with him. Widge. Actions of Puli utterly unforgivable. Gambrit is a real man of patience, few able to endure mighty enthusiasm of Valdi. Know much about workings of Levnus too, certainly none of bones are lazy. Puli is in midst of ancient and serious chastisement for naughty Nopon. So this is getting to something hilarious. Puli is in midst of ancient and serious chastisement for naughty Nopon, remember this. I heard cruelty of this punishment is most horrid and beyond imagination. But Pulley seem to be having so much fun. Which would like to have a try too. Shino? Baldy's really full of pep. He's talented and a good kid to boot. It's a real tragedy to me that he and the others like him will be gone in a few short years. I just can't accept that it's normal. You've got to promise me you'll smash Mobius, alright? Yeah, we got it. Ritz? Listen, keep this between you and me. But after we settled on Doric's reconstruction, Yuzette started to pitch in with the material collection. Oh, so Yuzette was helping. He's really thoughtful and great at what he does. Even though we're about the same age, he's a really well put together person. Hope I can be more like him. Dinky Dinky? Poorly brayed Doric, thereby earning enmity of Dinky Dinky. Dinky Dinky subsequently hear that breaking done in defense of beloved and important object, thereby dissipating rage. See Mimi? Hey, see Mimi. You're looking a bit distressed, what's up? Michelle and friends set out for attack, but see Mimi told maybe possibly they not come back. No return too much for see Mimi to off-see for Colony 30 friends. Hop on way of life is mostly just do what poppin' head. See Mimi and friends work very hard at taking life very, very easy, for example. When fighting in Ionia's done and dusted, see Mimi and friends carry on lifestyle as nature intend. Really hope you're not going to tell me to hold the fort now. I became a mechanic because I wanted to protect the things that were important. Fully prepared for battle, so come on, let's take this to Origin. Rapapa? Doric need rebuilding from ground up. Will take much time and painstaking, but surely possible to put back together. Colony 30 not only blessed with Rapapa, but have Gambit and Shino too. So many hands on project, surely be done in no time flat. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Good luck, mate. Yuzette? What Valdi's doing is helping out a lot of people, I think. Whatever happens, I want to keep doing what I can to support him for however long I can. And here we are. Remember the ancient Nopon torture, or chastisement, that we talked about? It is a hamster wheel. And this is a reference to the punishment that was put upon Banna in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. He was made to run on a hamster wheel like this to power something. And because Banna was a mean Nopon in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So this is a funny little reference to that, which I think is hilarious. I don't recall this happening in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but I may be forgetting. But I do know it happened to Banna in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I'm guessing that's what they're referencing. So, Pulley is made to run on a hamster wheel, and as you can see, Mecha Friend is here overseeing it. Meh. Pulley can do it. Pulley will make mighty contribution to Colony 30. Just a bit further ahead, set up shop one last push, Zoka. So did you get to see Koji? Yes, first time in long time. Koji look awful worn out, though. Still, he not lose indomitable spirit of defiant. He still speak on mind regardless of thinking of others, much in tune with Nafon philosophy. That's your takeaway here? Izzard? Mate, that was not cool of you. Couldn't you have at least let us in on it first? It was a gamble. I suppose on whether Lambda would be able to change or not. May have caused you some hassle, but I believe it's a small price to pay for progress. Yeah, but you really shouldn't shoulder a burden like that with your friends. I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. Tolgrim? Been through a lot lately. Are you holding up okay, Tolgrim? Yeah, but I'm feeling it, you know? A weird sensation right in my chest. You're really feeling it, huh? Weird sensation? Like what like exactly? Well, ever since we started acting independently, Lambda's become a whole different entity now. Changing things up without waiting for directions is actually kind of nice. Here we go. This one I did get a picture of. I've been wanting to get my hands on one last Fortune Clover, but I'm not sure if I can get one using my Collectopedia card. Just go for it, I'd say. Either way, you'll need to have luck and fate on your side. So it was Lambda where this was. And we got Evolving Usage. I must have accidentally deleted these for the other one. Agroro? No customer won't come here. It's only natural that customers wouldn't come somewhere as remote as this place. Yet Agroro think that not problem. Caravan mean more to Agroro than customer or monies ever will. Oh, a building I've never seen before just popped into existence at Capricorn Peak. You serious? I'd love to get a closer look, but I don't think we can climb into it from here. A roundabout journey. Oh, did I like... Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so I saw this initially and took a picture of it. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll do that on screen. But then I came back and I was like, well, I can grab the info and just take the picture of what they say. So I came back and got it. So this is that one that we saw the picture of earlier. Okay, I'm not crazy. I knew I had gotten pictures of this damn thing. Okay. Pyroro. Oh dear, end of world. Ionius will be broke in tiny slivers of smithereens. Hey, don't say that. We're trying to stop that from happening. Truthful? Yeah, mate, honest to speak. Earnest to spark. Poirot, trust friend's words much. We'll shout very loudly from here. Shira? Sora might not look the part, but he was aspiring to be the castle's captain of the guard in his next term. When it came to the crunch, he quit the guard and made his way to Colony 11. 3 that came along with him were his underlings at the time. Actually a 4th, but she's now serving as captain of the guard. Funny how things shake out, huh? A little bit of an interesting thing there. Kisame, yeah, I even came over here to talk to you. And you actually had something to say about the Origin stuff. Keeping a lookout over Origin from here. If I spot any movement, I'm to report it to the city. I'm afraid I won't be able to join the battle directly, so I'll have to ask you to give him one from me. Yeah, no worries, we got you. Dum-Dum. Recently, Dum-Dum feel much a flurry and feathers. Is odd feeling. Friends too, or just Dum-Dum? Did you see the Great Sea? No, Dum-Dum just sitting quietly, drinking tea, minding own business. So incurious. And that's the final one. And Dum-Dum was, on that island, the Furanis on that island in, like, the middle of, Cadentia or whatever. So, yeah, there we go. So we got all of, those things. I can probably just delete these things. Off screen, basically, but yeah, I knew I had gotten the pictures of that stupid info, but I forgot. I took one of it originally and was like, oh, I'll go back there and get it on screen, but then I was like, nah, we can just show it now with the pictures. Am I gonna be able to delete all of these? There's so many. I can't select anymore. Alright, well, I'll delete the rest of them later. The screenshot function is very, very handy for actually getting through this stuff, so why don't we go see the discussions that I grabbed, and then we'll end this episode off. Actually, maybe I should do it next time, because I told people that, yeah, you know what, let's do it next time.
Exquisite.
Does it, Melia? I think we'll do it next time, because I told people when I start reading those, they can just skip it, because I won't do anything else in the video, so. Yeah, we'll just look at those discussions at the beginning of the next episode, but yeah, so we got a little bit more done. I'm of course going to be doing some more stuff off screen when I get the opportunity to kill some more unique monsters and stuff. There is one area I do actually want to point out. It's an area I'm going to be doing on screen because it's a entire dungeon. Is it Taurus Hollow? No, not. Where is it? Here, Elgaris Depths. This place. So, you may remember this place. We went to it like once. I may do this in the next episode, honestly. I went to this area like once and I turned around because there were like some level 70 Vangs guarding the entrance. I walked in here because I do believe there's a unique monster in here that's like level 80. I started to walk in here and then I quickly was like, oh, this is a full dungeon. So I was like, I think I'm gonna hold off on that. But yeah, I didn't walk I basically walked into the first room and then turned around and left, so I think maybe next time we'll do this. So, hope you enjoyed this episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'll see you then.